Almost. Welcome to question 9. Given triangle ABC with segment AD congruent to segment BD, segment AE is congruent to segment EC, the distance of DE equals 4 centimeters. And you know that the segment DE is a blank, therefore the distance of BC equals blank. Enter the word and number that correctly fills in the blanks in the order they appear. Be sure to check your spelling and separate your answers with a comma like this. Circle 42. Okay, so let's mark what information we have. We have segment AD marked right here, being congruent as segment BD, marked being congruent. That's wonderful. Then we have segment AE being marked as congruent to segment EC. So what we have is we have half of each of the sides of the triangle. So that is giving me clue to go to either a midpoint or mid-segment, because mid indicates middle, and since we have the middle points, we have D and point E, which is the middle of their respective lines. So point D is the middle of line AB, and point E is the middle of line EC. Again, I know that because AD is marked the same as DB, so it's half the length. Same for going with AE to EC. So I'm going to check mid-segment of a triangle. A line segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. Alright, there we go. It is a mid-segment because it connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So point D is the midpoint of side AB again, and point E is the midpoint of side AC. So we know that it is a mid-segment, so we know that is the first, not in caps, comma, space, mid-segment. Therefore, the distance of BC equals blank. Okay, there's going to be a relationship between the distance of DE and the distance of BC. And I'm just going to scan through and check where that proof is. Okay, right here. If a segment is a mid-segment of a triangle, then it is parallel to the third side and half the length of the third side. Okay, so it's the mid-segment is half the length of our third side. So we're kind of working backwards. So we know that this is our mid-segment. Here's the third side. So we know that segment DE is half of this length. So that means it would reach about there. So that would be 4 centimeters. And then the other half would be the same. So it would be 8 centimeters total. In my mind, this is how I see it. I see that DE is equal to 1/2 of BC. And we know that DE is 4 centimeters. That's going to equal 1/2 of some unknown length. So I'm pausing right here and I'm just thinking, okay, well, if I know this is 4 and I know it's half of another number, what number, when you half it, will give you 4? And that's 8. So in my mind, I just talk myself through that. And that's how I answered it. You can do it. Finish this out algebraically if you want to. However, I just pause right here and think, okay, 1/2 of a number is going to be 4. Well, then that number has to be 8. That's how I talk myself through it.